What's up guys? In this video I'll be going over whether or not your height can advantage or disadvantage you in badminton. In a lot of sports you will see more taller and bigger athletes at the top level because of their reach and power. However, badminton is different, and at the professional level you will see very tall athletes such as Vladimir Ivanov, who is 6'6", but then also smaller athletes such as fernaldi Gideon, who is 5'5". Before this video starts, I would really appreciate it if you guys smashed the like and subscribe button to support the channel. Thank you. There are pros and cons of being smaller and taller in badminton. If you are a taller player, you will have a much longer reach, which is really beneficial. Having a longer reach means you will be able to reach the shuttlecock which is further away from you, for example when you are lunging to the side or in front of you to hit the shuttlecock. Not only reaching it out in front of you, but also reaching above your head. If you are a taller player, your opponents will have to hit the shuttlecock higher to get it over your head. If it's not high enough, you will be able to reach and intercept it. This is especially important in receiving a serve as well. If you are a taller player, you will be able to reach to get flick serves a lot easier, since you will be able to jump and intercept the shuttle if it's not high enough to go over your head. Not just flick serves, but also low serves. Since you will have a longer reach, you can hold your arm and racket out in front of you, which will be longer than a shorter player, therefore making it easier to attack the low serve. A taller badminton player will also have a larger space between their legs and be a bigger presence on court, which makes it easier to cover the whole court. For example, a taller player might only have to use 2 steps to cover a certain distance, however a smaller player might have to use 3 steps, which takes longer to do. If you look at a badminton player such as Victor Axelsen, he is 6'4", and when you watch him play, you can see how he makes the court look much smaller because of his height, reach and footwork. Having a longer reach will also mean you hit the shuttlecock higher and not have to wait for it to drop as much. Taking the shuttlecock higher means you can produce more angle on your drop shots and smashes. If you are smaller, you have to hit the shuttlecock at a lower point, meaning the shot will have to be more flat in comparison. Having longer arms and a bigger frame will generally lead to you having a more powerful smash as well, because of the longer levers which generates more force. Although taller players have a longer reach, it can also make them more vulnerable to shots which are coming at their body. If you have longer arms, it can make it awkward when the shuttle is coming at you, compared to a shorter player who will have shorter arms, which are therefore easier to maneuver. A smaller badminton player has a lower centre of mass and is also a lot of the time lighter than a taller badminton player. This means they will be more agile than taller players and be able to change direction faster. This is really important in badminton, where you have to move around the court fast and be able to reach the shuttlecock. Another big advantage of being smaller is that you'll be much better at the drive game, where the shuttle is travelling fast and flat over the net. Because you are shorter, you can crouch down and play the shot overhead, which is much more effective than playing an underarm shot, which taller players might have to do in that situation. Playing overheads means you can attack the drive back, whereas hitting it underarm will often lead to you having to lift the shuttle up into the air. Being smaller means you can be more flexible with your arms and body to get to those awkward shots aiming towards your body and react quickly at the net. You also have to break it down into singles and doubles. In my opinion, being taller benefits you more in singles, whereas being smaller can advantage you more in doubles. If you look at the top 10 badminton singles players, the majority of them are about 6 foot tall or even taller. However, in doubles, there are more pairs in the top 10 who are smaller, such as Takeshi Kimura, Keigo Sonoda, and Kevin Tsukamolio and Marcus Gideon, for example. Obviously, there are exceptions to this, such as Kento Momota and Anthony Ginting for singles, and Li and Lu from China in doubles, who are very tall. That's what's so great about badminton. It doesn't matter what height you are, you can still be really effective at singles and doubles. I believe in singles, being tall gives you that advantage because in singles you have to cover more of the court compared to doubles. This means that extra size and reach advantage plays a bigger role compared to in doubles. In doubles the game is a lot faster and involves a lot more flat drives, therefore smaller players can benefit from this compared to taller players. You also have to consider whether you play at a professional level or amateur level. For example, in the service situation, at professional level, there is a 1.15 metre limit on where you can serve. However, at an amateur level, the serve can be at the waist height of the player. This means taller people will have an advantage, especially in doubles, where they can serve higher. Also, at an amateur level, taller players will be able to utilise their height better than smaller people because of their better smash and their ability to intercept. whereas smaller players might not be using their advantage as much by crouching down and using their drive game to their advantage. Overall, badminton is a great sport for people of all heights, and there are advantages and disadvantages of being tall and small. You just have to look at the professional scene to see how there isn't a certain height which dominates the top level. However, your height can make a big impact on how you play badminton. Let me know in the comments if being taller or smaller benefits you more in doubles or singles. Does it also matter on what skill level of badminton you play at? Thank you for watching and have an awesome day.